No intro, no outro, just straight fire. So I don't necessarily know who needs to hear this per se, right? But I feel like it has to be said because a lot of new traders they live in a bubble when it comes to trading, right? And what I mean by that is trading is not instant. You can't, that instant gratification that you are looking for, you're not going to necessarily get, right? It's few far and in between where that actually works. And even then, they make a lump sum of money and they blow it again, right? You have to trust the process. You have to do your due diligence. You have to take your time and learn the craft properly. And I always chalk it up to being in school. We go to school for 13 years of our life, to include kindergarten, right? Just to barely have life skills. This is literally a skill. I went to college for 5 years to get a bioengineer degree. I got a master's in 18 months in environmental management, right? But those are all times and skills that I had to practice and test and learn and practice and test and apply over the years until I was an expert at my craft. And even then, I'm not an expert at my craft, right? I got a bachelor's in bioengineering. I got a master's in environmental management, meaning that I somewhat mastered it. The next level to a master's degree is what? A PhD. At that point, you are the ultimate master of that craft. Now, when it comes to novice traders, that instant gratification is going to get you to quit very, very soon because you're going to look at somebody and say, dang, why am I not to that point? Not knowing the work that that individual don't put in. They put in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years of work. When people hit me up saying, I see you change your strategy a couple of times in X, Y, and Z, it's literally the same strategy. The only difference between me and you is I've been in the market since 2018. You're just now getting into the markets. If you follow the rules step by step, right, you will start to see patterns in the strategy. You will start to see what the pairs that you trade do at certain times. And at that point, you can add your own edge to it, right? At that point, you can add your own edge. Prime example, and I'm going to show you, this is a really, really good example. Uh, right here, all right, with EUR USD. A lot of people would have been looking for a bearish change of character, but me and knowing EU, I've been trading EU for a very long time. I know its characteristics. Price had a change of character within Asia's range, and it broke Asia's lows. So I know that indeed this is going to continue for shorts. And that's just based off of, you know, experience. This is going to continue based for shorts. Why? Because if you look within Asia's range, what do you see? You see some type of M pattern, right? You also see some type of head and shoulders pattern. So in my mind, yeah, I know the strategy calls for going long, a bullish change of character, but I see this, something that I recognize, and I'm like, nah, this is going short. Let me just go ahead and boom, enter in on short positions, right? But a lot of people won't know that if they try to jump the gun and rush into making money. You have to lose in order to win. That's just the reality of what it comes down to trading. Another thing what it comes down to trading is if you want it bad enough. Because A lot of people say they want it bad, but they really don't want it bad enough. You know, enough to where they waking up at 2 o'clock. And I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning every single day, Monday through Friday, to trade. Why? Because 2 o'clock is a very, very important time for me. That is the time where I set my alerts and I have the opportunity to get into the market. I'm waking up at 2 o'clock to set an alert when this change of character don't even hit until 7:45. Right? So I'm waking up 5 hours prior just to make, you know, 2-3% at a minimum three. If at a minimum three, I need a minimum of three, right? 3%. A lot of people won't do that. Why? Because they don't have the intestinal fortitude to do that. How bad do you want it? And that's why I'm going on this $500 challenge that I posted recently, because I want to see who wants it bad enough. One, who wants it bad enough? Two, who can follow the trading rules per T? Because I absolutely, I'm telling you, I know this for a fact. If you follow the trading rules step by step, you gon' make money on that $500. Point blank, period. That's just what it comes down to. All right. So that's my little motivational speech. I know I've been getting a lot of questions. Honestly, all it takes and requires is for you to scroll back in the video and watch it. At the end of the day, this content is free. All right. So I'm just doing my due diligence and trying to provide as much information as I can to you all for the free 99, right? You have to do your due diligence to do the research. I have a lot of videos on YouTube explaining the same concept. Just get into it, dig into it, grind, you'll get it. All right. So no intro, no outro, just straight fire.